Yo, what's good? It's a new series and a new car on an absolute classic of a track. First things first, the setup, I didn't load a setup. It's completely stock. I didn't even change the tyre pressures, which are wrong, but I'm sure you guys will figure that out. I have already done this track guide voiced over once before, but I didn't like it, so I'm redoing it now. I'll straight away start the lap guide here, but instead of commentating over it, I'll just do it in chase car, and you sort of can just see the lines, the flow that you need for this track. This entire track is just one big rhythm section. As long as you can keep one flowing line the whole time, it doesn't really matter what fuel load you're on or anything like that, like you'll go pretty quickly. This car's not about braking late, but about braking hard and straight, and then really hard on throttle on exit. As long as you're going sort of straight, you'll be fine. Obviously, being a front-wheel drive, you get quite a bit of understeer, but you also get quite a bit of lift-off oversteer. Excuse me, which will bite you in the ass if you're sort of going too slowly. However, in saying that, it's actually really handy to have a little bit of lift off oversteer, because if you're going fast enough and you've got the line right, that lift off is just the right amount of rotation that you'll need. So to start the lap here, well, we'll just go through this final corner. This final corner is a good example of just like a small brake, keep it in fifth and just turn it in at speed and just pin it. Right, we'll try keep up. Now coming down to turn 1, there's this extra tarmac on the right hand side, as you can see here. We want to brake just before the end of it and try brake in hard at the apex. When you're on top of the apex, square the corner off in second gear and just really try use all the road on the way in and the way out. This is all flat through here, just take one tight line all the way again. Now this left right here is not about braking late, but about flowing into it and then getting a good exit through this tunnel. Use as much curbing in the tunnel as you can, and then sort of again early on the braking, keeping a nice tight line through this next tunnel, and then really rough on the power on the way out. Again, using all of the track, just one flowing line the whole time. Go in early, one downshift early for this double left here. As soon as you're in off the curb, pin it, and you can use fifth or you can use fourth for that corner. Fifth is probably the faster option, but if you don't feel comfortable using fifth, just use fourth. Now before the end of the tunnel exit here, go down 2 gears, make sure you meet the track side on the left hand side here, and as soon as you're on the side of the track, pin it. Again, just using the tight line through that little kink, and then just braking just before the curbing on the left. That's probably too much curb to be using on the left hand side, but that's alright. You can really just pin it through there. Right, so this is sort of a more of a lap here that was supposed to be taking it easy. So for turn 1, again, just braking hard at the apex, and then when you're on top of the apex, squaring the corner off and using as much track on the way out as you possibly can. Just one tight line through here, and this left right is not about braking late, but about a flowing line in. Use as much curb on the way in as you feel comfortable. Obviously try not to cut the track, and this long right here is about keeping a tight line and then really just being aggressive on exit. Now use a early downshift before this double left here, so that it keeps you nice tight line initially, and then up to fifth, and then a slight lift, and see how I use a little bit of curb on the inside left hand tyre. That's a really good line. Now again, just taking the shortest line possible up the hill, and then squaring off to get on my racing line as early as you can for this that left hander there, and on the power as early as you can. Be careful of the curb on the outside, and here you just need to be just perfect amount of curb. Use all of that tarmac on the right hand side. Right, now we'll try a push lap. I'll try keep up. So just braking just before the end of the tarmac on the right hand side here, braking in hard at the apex. Be careful of your gearing, obviously you'll give yourself engine damage, as I have been apparently. Just flat through here, just one line, one tight line the whole time. just leaving it in fourth initially, and just really trying to flow into the corner and then get a good exit out. It's probably a bit too much curb to be taking, as I lose all the advantage that I had made. And then pinning it out. Now this double left here is actually a real doozy, so you need to be in early. I'm sort of off the apex there, which means I'm a little bit compromised, but get a wider line for the run up the hill. That's right on the limit. Obviously being careful of that cliff side, because, well, as you all know, the cliff is very solid. Just braking just before the end of this tunnel on the left, right on the edge of the track, and just absolutely flooring it out, trying to use all of the road again through that little left hand kink, taking the shortest line possible, and then just absolutely sending it through just a little bit of curbing, as much tarmac as you possibly can, and across the line. Now I have done the quali lap as well, on somewhat lower fuel, and I'll just leave you with it. Really looking forward to this car. It really lends itself to racing. I've already raced with Hawkins. We had a good little door dinging battle. So good luck, and I'll see you on Friday.